Reflections of the ride. Some sections of the story feel dreamy. Scenes change like a journey through different genres. Not knowing what may be around the corner can keep us captivated. Life is sometimes an exciting page-turner. We age with the pages. Spinning through the 360s, a minuscule speck circling and recircling around a burning ball which will one day flicker out. Unearthing ourselves. Sometimes a dig can lead to treasure. We spread ourselves upon the gargantuan canvas of the earth. We drift along. Some don't make it very far. Some land, grow and produce more story travellers. Our body vehicles are full of water, the liquid of life. We are individual collections of water. This water is borrowed and shared. Some collections contain polluted waters who cast out webs to trick and deceive. If you are stuck on webs, then life flies on by like the life of a mayfly. When viewed from above, we can see the scale of the story. Horizons stretch out like future pages waiting to be turned. When turned, can we be turned with them? Homo sapiens, busily crafting third-dimensional sentences, but I don't know if I can make much sense of some of these sentences. Characters in rows of concrete letters. This genre is often surreal. I look inside myself and see a child carving castles. Thoughts are carved into different sensations, shared out into the story of fragments of imagination. Art shows us different examples of the infinity all around. We are presented with brief extractions from all that is. I pull out iceberg tips from pools of the infinite. It intrigues me what can be unearthed. I enjoy journeying with paint through unmapped landscapes. Some days I tip out many iceberg tips. They keep tipping out once I tap into the infinite icebergs. Eventually all art forms will melt away, but they will forever remain embedded within the pool of the all. School gave me many bitter years of routines and schedules.
Here's your homework. It has to be done by tomorrow.
I hate you and your spiky hair.
Trauma from the system has created many layers within. Get lost, factory. I want to be abstract, not linear. I don't want my trousers held up with your conveyor belt mines. Get me out of this Babylon. Some days I peel back the layers, and I find much beauty in amongst the beastly brutal nations of imagination extractions I push to the corners of a plate. Surrounding me are many stories stored in memory from many objects. Past adventures rusting away, eroding through time. Some days I see the surrounding objects as technological weeds. Some days I find wonder and inspiration, and new ideas are spawned. The scattered objects can represent the many scattered journeys I found myself riding upon. Some days the objects have become animation props. There is still some content to come from an empty jar. Animating the inanimate, turning what was one day tragic into something magic. The joy of photography, capturing the light from moments within our stories where we once were. At first through our own eyes, then through the eyes of a camera. We look through albums, turning pages like chapters. Here are moments where I once was, some significant points in time, more extractions from the pool of the all. I capture unplanned moments through time with my camera. Animations unfold before me without me stepping out in front of the camera for every frame. Some days I love to sit back and let nature be the director. Homo sapiens are not the only ones carving creations from the infinite. I've created artworks outside of the comfort of my own home, but the majority of the art in my life has been put together where I live. My art life is mixed with some seasoning. Some days the pool of the all appears like it is frozen. Other days many ideas are springing into action. During the days of not much flow, an adventure in the great outdoors can help to open me up. A few small steps into an idea can be the start of a long journey. Some ideas scribbled down long ago, joined together with new ideas. Some ideas I've played around with for a few minutes. Some have been played around with for hours, days, weeks, months, years, and even decades. I have come back to story ideas which begun during my childhood. Having a change of scenery can sometimes lead to some beautiful new explorations into the infinite imagination. In 2024, I returned to southern Senegal to experience the rainy season in Africa for the first time. It was my 8th visit to the African continent. It was an interesting new perspective on a landscape I'd first visited when I was a child. During my 7th visit only 2 months earlier, I painted a mural on a wall and I returned to see it. I had also made a picture on a wall 16 years before in the Gambia. It is a joy to leave behind a part of myself far away from home. In 2022, I put together the Giant Book of Smudge, a collection containing some of my favourite works from a decade of self-published books, which I personally consider my favourite book I've made. Some of my characters I've been drawing for over 20 years now, such as Lil Shrimp, who I created in 2004 when I was 13 years old. I taught myself how to make comics through observation and copying characters. The world winds me up, and I react with wood, words, and an inky sword. The pages are not finite, there is infinite space to explore. In 2012, there was a lot of talk going on about the possibility of the world ending. Inspired by the theme of the apocalypse, I decided to work on a graphic novel called A Playscope, which I began in 2011 and finished the following year. The world didn't end that year, and we got to smell the rosebuds again when they bloomed the following year. Over the years, I have created many animations, some of them a few seconds long, some over a minute. I drop little ideas into the internest, examples of the cosmic egg. On the Infinity TVs, many droplets can never be televised. On the brutish Empire Island, folks get licenses to have cerebral cereal soap washes. round and round and round and round, getting the same old stars from the same sections of space. Filmmaking. I am filming the aching. My short film Woods represents an inner urge to get away from the night and day mare lunatic asylum. I venture into the woodland landscape, shedding away my clothing which represents the world of the humanity. My film Door feels like a tap into my subconsciousness. Looking at the film after my spiritual ride in 2023, and it has a different feel. The location of the door is near the Africa-shaped ash tree. Behind it, the door in the film acts like a portal. 8 years after I filmed Door, I had many encounters with the number 8, and I felt like I visited another portal. A similar theme of undressing, which is in Woods, occurs in Door. The door wooden, a portal of wood. What are the 8s? Maybe the owls know. Or do they give a hoot? I direct directly from within. Tarkovsky, Kubrick, Lynch. These artists have inspired me enormously. Tarkovsky took me to the zone in Stalker. Kubrick took me through the Stargate in 2001. Lynch has taken me beyond the curtains in Twin Peaks. These artists will never die. I do not believe in death as being finality. What doesn't get used in final cuts, those erased, drawn heads, they are never gone really. They still remain within the all that is. Even if every arm was cut off every artist, and every lyric ever typed, every pixel positioned into a picture, every Homo sapien work of what is labelled art was entered into an inferno. This inferno does not destroy. This inferno is not a remover of the infinite, for if an infinite can be removed forever, then would the infinite still be infinite? Hands, fingers and thumbs, helping us to venture into the cosmos concept. I'm not interested in artificial interference. Even though the artificial interference is still just another example of the all is, it doesn't mean I have to be a party to it.
Master, I have a virus.
As a collective whole, this disgrace of a race has pulled some unnecessary mess from the pool. Too much pulled from the stagnant section of the pool. The part of the pool that will make a French fin to a fish, turn the octopus garden to danger, knock the hammerheads out, make the eels not find it very electric. Swallowed by fishy finger prodders of microchip burials. Madness. Maddening madness. In the middle of the 15-minute city. I hope it's just one of those 15-minute of fame faders. Zooming around the mad mazes. Speed is not progress. What is this, a race? Yes, a disgrace. Competing. Pathetic. What does it all mean? Where is it all going? The plot went to the Bermudan deltoid. Hasn't been found again since. Or maybe it got lost between the numbers 15 and 16. Weirdos wowing wire worlds. It is no surprise why being drunk and dopey is popular. They are coping mechanisms for some. Finding balance within this world is a challenge. I often ask, do I accept it? Try to make sense of it? Does it matter in the end? Maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. There are problems in these times, but none of them are mine. The Velvet Underground. On the flip side, I may not want to situate my life in the city, but I can still temporarily sit above one, remaining stunned. Like a work of art, there is more than one way of experiencing it. Possibilities. Earth, a canvas. Parts concern me. But separate some good from the bad and the ugly, and if you look at Earth as being like a canvas, then maybe we're all just one giant work of art. Some skies look like a painting. There's a lot of dottiness going on like a Van Gogh. Surreal areas like a Dali. Sections all over the place like a Picasso. Repeated parts like a Warhol. Some makes me want to scream. The USA, different states of mind. Taking walks through New York, a scattering of the all upon many islands. A corrupt core is in the centre. Why is there a U in USA? They did wrong to King Kong. The Empire struck the stolen wonder. This land, I wonder, full of mad hatters. Mercury hats on Earth. The many paths I have walked throughout my life's gambles. Journeying over areas of the canvas. Some call it a flat canvas, but it's not flat, it's interesting. Ride throughout my life, a collection of assembled segments. We ride upon segments which can be wet and sometimes dry, like different areas of a painting in progress. The ride, with its many pauses. You can open any door if you open up.